Hey guys, welcome back to Hemlock Ridge. Thought I'd do a different type of episode than I normally do, a episode where you can ask me anything. A few weeks ago I posted, invited folks to send in some questions, and so I'll be answering some of those questions that you have asked from where you're watching the channel, as well as some common questions I've gotten in the past. Great day for it. It is a beautiful fall day. It's a little chilly. But the leaves are still nice. It's cool, it's crisp, blue skies. I'll take it because soon the weather is going to get really wet and then really snowy after that. But in any case, let's go to the first question. And the first question comes from Bruce in Alberta. Thanks for the question, Bruce. Alberta is a great place. I've been up to Calgary, Banff, all of those places. Really nice country out there. So appreciate you sending in the question. He mentioned that he watched an episode last year, saw that I had an issue with mice in the cabin, and Bruce asked, have I had any more problems with mice or any other animals or the two-legged type? And by two-legged, maybe you mean Bigfoot. No, I know what you mean. So as far as the mice go, it was a little bit of a challenge getting rid of those mice. Those mice were running down the ridge beam of the cabin. I don't have an attic in the cabin, but in between the metal corrugated roofing and the ridge beam is a space, and the mice had gotten up in there and would be running back and forth building nests. It was quite the mess. So I ended up plugging all of the little holes where the corrugated roof meets the cabin. I put spray foam in there and steel wool and things like that. Still had the mice, and then I realized they were probably getting in right at the top of the ridge. I think they were climbing up and getting in there, so I plugged those holes and then never had a problem since. So I think I got rid of them, which is great. As far as other animals, I see a lot of animals around here. Luckily, none have caused problems. I've had a fisher that has been appearing here and there, and they're pretty neat to see because they're very elusive. They're also really great predators. I mean, they will hunt small game. I mean, they're vicious. They're related to the wolverine, I believe, and so pretty cool to see the fisher. Of course, I see lots of deer, lots of raccoon, fox. I have had a few coyotes come through. I always am a little bit nervous about the coyotes because here the coyotes are actually hybrids. They're half Canadian wolf, half coyote, and so they're a lot bigger than your normal coyote, and they also tend to hunt in packs because of that wolf DNA. So I'm always a little bit cautious because if you did get attacked by one of those, they would do some damage, especially if they attacked an animal like a pet. That would not be good. And we haven't had an issue here, but I know in some parts of the country, these hybrid coyote wolves have been getting rabies and attacking people and animals pretty badly. So I'm always a little bit cautious about that. Other than that, though, I have not had any issues. Luckily, I'm so far back and removed from any kind of public roads and stuff like that. I don't have to worry about trespassers too much. I have had some neighbors stop by to just check on the property for me after a windstorm, those sorts of things. But luckily, I've not had any trespassing whatsoever, and hopefully it stays that way in the future. Okay, let's go to a question from James in Toronto. James, thank you for viewing and for the question. Been to Toronto many, many times. James mentioned that he's envious. He's in a concrete jungle. He wishes he could get out more, but has to be in the city for work. I totally get it. Hopefully, you can get out of the city, maybe get a bunkie and go up to the lakes. There's some fantastic areas north of Toronto, as you probably know, up in the Bruce Peninsula. Tobermory, Killarney, Algonquin. I mean, all really great places I love to visit. But I know the traffic can be pretty hard getting in and out of Toronto. But James asks, what's the end goal? Do you plan to retire here? Are you going to add more cabins, more reflection areas? What do you plan to do with the property long term? Great question. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just enjoying it now. I don't ever think I'll move here permanently just because the amount of investment to get a larger property here, I'd have to really invest in building a road back here, it's about 3/4 of a mile back from the public road. And it has a lot of issues with drainage and mud and things like that in the wet seasons. And honestly, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes being this far back, thinking about getting older, because if you ever had a medical emergency, nobody's coming for you back here, especially in the snow. You're not going to be able to get a rescue service back in here. And so right now I'm just enjoying it. I kind of like the simplicity of it. If I was going to spend uh, retirement here, or even half of the year, I would probably have to add on to the cabin. I would like to add some more outbuildings eventually. One goal I have, and just a timing issue because I'm working too, is getting a sugar shack built, and I'd like to make that sugar shack so that I could also use it as a bunkhouse or an overflow cabin for when friends and family visit. And I think that would be really cool. And more reflection areas, absolutely. I love doing that, carving out a little area in the woods, building a bench there. I have tons of additional trails I want to build. So there's always something to do, and that's what's so cool about having property like this is I never find myself indoors saying, "Hey, what am I going to do this weekend? I'm bored." I can always be on the property, working on a project, out in the fresh air, enjoying nature, getting exercise while I'm doing it. So I am really fortunate to be able to do this, and hopefully you'll be able to do it at some point as well too. Another question I get all of the time is, where are you located? And I'm going to spoil this. I hate to do it, but I am not going to reveal my location. I will tell you I'm far enough north that I get a ton of snow. It snows here about 5 months out of the year, and it gets pretty darn cold. But we also get, really nice summers as well too, and we get really wet shoulder seasons. So really wet in the spring, really wet in the fall, really long winter, but beautiful summers. The reason I won't reveal where I'm at, unfortunately, is I've had millions and millions of views of these videos online. There's some crazy people out there. There's also some pranksters. And I know it's a trend online for folks. Sometimes they're just pranksters that will try to cause havoc for you. I know another influencer. He's not even an off-grid influencer, and he's been a victim of a couple things. One of which they call swatting, where the viewers figured out where he lived, got his home address, and they were calling up, spoofed the phone number so it looked like a local phone number, called the police station, and purported to be him in the middle of a murder-suicide. And the next thing, he's at home, his doorbell rings, and there's a SWAT team surrounding his house with automatic weapons in his face. And somebody might think that's funny, but there's people that have been part of those scenarios who have ended up getting shot and killed. And so it's also not right for our law enforcement, right, to be sending them on goose chases. So that's just one thing. I know someone else, too, woke up on a Saturday morning with people all over their property because a viewer had figured out their address and set up a estate sale and auction and advertised it, and all these people showed up. They thought it would be funny, and there wasn't actually an auction. This guy had nothing knew nothing that was going on. And then thirdly, unfortunately, some people are, make it a hobby to go try to find these properties and show up uninvited and stuff like that. So I know that's a little bit of a downer, and I'm not sharing where I'm actually at for those reasons, but I will tell you I am in the continent of North America. So that's where this is happening. All right, got another question from Stephanie. Stephanie said that she's actually getting set up off-grid. They're getting electricity wired in soon, or power. She wants to know about off-grid security. She's seen some of the videos I've done on my security cameras, wanted to know if I just have one camera, multiple cameras. What do I do for connecting to those cameras? Do I have a cellular plan and so forth? So I've done a video a while back on everything I use in the cabin around the property, and I use a camera called a Zega, and I'll put the link in the description. It's a solar camera. I've had it 2 years now. I've been completely impressed with this thing. It was very inexpensive, less than $100. It's a cellular camera, and I can connect to it anywhere I have cellular service. So if I'm not here at the property, I can pull up my phone, immediately pull up the camera. I can do pan, tilt, and zoom, so I can turn the camera left to right, zoom in, up, down, all that kind of stuff. It's got two-way audio. It's got alerting. and I've never had to charge it because it's got a small solar panel and stays charged 100% of the time. It's great. It's peace of mind for me, because if someone walks on the property and comes in an area where I think they'd come in, I'm going to catch them. I'm going to get alerted that there's motion, that somebody's on the property. But it's also fun because I see deer and turkey and other animals, throughout the season come on the camera as well. It does have two-way audio, so if somebody's on the property, it's got a loudspeaker. It's actually pretty loud. I can literally speak through it, warn them that they're being observed, that I see them, that I've dispatched the game warden or the sheriff or whatever else it might be. And it's really, really handy. Now, you do need a cellular connection if you're going to be able to access that while you're not here. I use a service called EIoT. IoT stands for Internet of Things. E must mean electronic. EIoT, again, I'll put the link for that as well. They have SIM cards and data-only plans. They're really inexpensive. They're in multiple countries. So if you're tuning in from Canada, from the US, from Europe, they have plans there. And a lot of these cards will work with multiple cellular carriers. So I know the one I have works with 3 different carriers. I only have coverage of one carrier where I'm at. I can't get any other carriers. Luckily, it works with that one. And it's pretty inexpensive. I pay $6 a month. If I pay annually, it works out to be $6 a month or $72 a year. And for that, I get 3.5 gigs of data, which doesn't sound like a lot. It is plenty. I mean, I probably use half a gig the entire year, and that's with checking the camera regularly and so forth. You're not going to leave this thing just streaming on your phone 24/7, so it doesn't use up a lot of data. But they have other plans if you want more data than that as well too. But again, I've been super happy, works great, and I can monitor the property anywhere in the world if I'm not here. The other things that I have, I use a number of trail cams placed in strategic areas throughout the property. And that way I can get alerted if someone or something is where it shouldn't be. And the difference with the trail cams are they're not live video. The ones I have, they're just stills. You can get ones with video. Also, the ones I have aren't addressable, meaning I can't just pull it up in an instant and turn it on and see what's happening. I can only know when it sees something, it triggers it, it sends a picture to my phone instantly. And what I'm using for my trail cams, I'll put a link to these as well. It's the Spypoint Micro LTE, and it's a small camera, small trail cam. Pretty good battery life. You can put an external battery on it. You can get solar for it, and so forth. Put an SD card in it. It'll save everything. And again, it has an antenna on it, so it will send you an alert and the photo when it detects something. The thing that I really like about these, you get 100 free pictures every single month, no credit card needed. So I don't pay anything for those trail cams. I mean, it was a one-time cost to buy the camera, but if you're good and you don't need more than 100 pictures a month, completely free, and you'll get it sent to your phone for no subscription, no credit card. If you want more than 100, then they have plans you can sign up if you want to be able to download, the full HD photo over a cellular network. You got to pay for that kind of stuff. But if you just need alerting, the Spypoint camera is really great. I don't think any other trail camera company is doing that free 100 photos a month, which is really good. So another question I get a lot is, how come you do so many product reviews? Why don't you do more of the property? I'm just trying to get a balance, honestly. Some people like the channel to see the property and to see me working. Some people tune in because they like to just see what is new and what kind of gadgets you're using and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of interesting. I don't get a lot of views when I just do a video about something around the property, whether it's maintaining the pond or clearing a new path or working on an outbuilding. But when I do a product review, I get tons and tons of views. So certainly welcome your feedback. Some of you have said that you like the reviews. It's really helpful. It's helped you out if you're into backpacking and camping and off-grid living and all those things. Other people don't like them and have told me, hey, if you keep doing reviews, I'm going to unsubscribe from your channel. So, everybody likes different things. I get that. So hopefully, while every episode might not be your cup of tea, some of them might be. And if you always have any ideas on what you'd like to see more of, I'm really, really happy to be able to share this beautiful property with you at home. And I'm always happy if you're curious about something. Maybe it's a great idea and I'll do an episode on it in the future. So that's going to wrap it for me. I am doing some work here around the property, getting some things ready before our first snow flies. And I will be posting again soon, but appreciate you tuning in. Remember, as always, life is short. Get outdoors, and we'll see you back here next time on Hemlock Ridge.